So this is what people think of when you say you live in Colorado. And this is what you get. Nobody tells you that you basically living home on the range. No one tells you how many farm animals you're gonna see, how much manure you will smell when the wind blows the right way. But when you see this picture, you think fresh air. You think this smells good. It's gonna smell like Alpine Burst or something like that. Nah, homie. Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jasmine and this is Zach and we are the Scheidels. In this video, we're gonna talk about our life in Colorado so far.
Yeah, and if you watched our last video, you know a little bit about it. And this is just gonna be a little bit more of an in-depth view, I guess. So I moved out here in December, about halfway through December. And I was without Jasmine for a full month.
And then in January, thank goodness, it was a hard, short little long distance part. I literally told Zachary, I was just like, I thought we were done with this long distance. Like from when we were dating. But anyway, so Zachary flew back over from Colorado over here to, what am I trying to say? Flew from Colorado over to Georgia, come get me so that we could drive. Fun road trip across the country.
One I will never make again.
So basically, his job gave him a move package and everything, which covered the cost of all the moving of everything. So it wasn't anything really out of our pocket with that whole process. The movers, they got our stuff. We downsized a lot. I moved our stuff over here, which came a few days after we got here. But yeah, like I said, Zachary went and he flew to Atlanta to come get me, and then we drove over with Princess Buttercup, Colorado. Very eventful. Like I said before, I had food poisoning, which we believe came from a hot dog from the gas station.
That she ate within 10 minutes of the start of the trip.
So Zachary he told me, he was just like, after the fact, maybe you should have got the hot dog in the back, not the ones in the front that people could have caught on and stuff. But anyways, that's aside from the point. So, that second day of the trip, I got that food poisoning from that hot dog, threw up in the car, which was fine because I had them emesis basins from our Uber days.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, you were driving. I was like, it's coming, and I had my blue hospital emesis basin.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm 100% serious. I completely forgot about that.
Wow.
Thanks for reminding me.
But you're welcome. But yeah, those things definitely came in handy for us. But yeah, once we finally got here, it was mid-January. It took us about 2-3 days of driving to get over here.
Took 4 days.
Was it 4? Took something like that. But we finally made it, and January was a doozy for me. It wasn't that, that food poisoning still. It was altitude sickness, and even though we don't live in the mountainous part of Colorado, we live in the Great Plains is what I call it. It's still a mile above sea level or whatever,
yeah.
So I still...
It's 4,000 foot, 4,200 foot, something like that. That's what we are.
Tell me. But yeah, had that sickness, had some constipation. By the way, TMI, whatever, I don't care. I was tired all the time. I had no energy. It was pretty awful. Not to mention I was depressed, to be honest. Leaving my dream job, coming here, jobless, no prospects. Yeah, it was tough.
It was a really rough start for Jasmine.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not fun for her at all.
Yeah, but we got through it. And then in February, I finally came to. I finally got adjusted. Wasn't tired all the time. My bowels were moving normal. That's that sort of thing. I was, of course, even before I moved to Colorado, after I put my notice in at my previous job, I was starting the job hunt, which was, I'd already known it'd be difficult not having license for the state yet and all this and whatever. So it really wasn't I put in effort, but it was kind of like wasted effort because I didn't have like my nursing license for Colorado yet. But I did. I got that. I got all the other like things that you'll probably don't know, like understand or care really. But I got it all, and putting in like applications. I had a few like phone interviews that were great. Well, these are different parts around here.
Why are you doing the country? Why are you doing that?
There's that country. It's just, I guess I was used to like the conservative, traditional values and beliefs of the South when it comes to like, talking about my goals and my dreams and whatnot. I had one particular position literally ask me, but what are your goals? This is what they said. I told them, I was just like, I want to get a job, I want to work it, I made the mistake of saying something about being part-time and want to stay home with the kids at some point. That was oopsie daisy, but guess what? I don't do that no more. But all these things, they seem to think that I was too focused on what Zachary wants to do and what his goals are as far as like his career and whatnot. Not understanding that that's truly what I want, like, and in the South, I mean, I really don't feel like that those sorts of things are questioned, but here's a little bit more like, I don't know what you call it.
I mean, they definitely did. They just didn't like her answer of her future goals being more family oriented.
Basically.
Is the gist of it, and they wanted to be like, they wanted her to be not to sound odd, but a strong, independent thinker, completely not
career
focused, completely not considering her family in any sort of future decision.
Yeah.
It's basically what, we talked about it a little bit afterwards, and that's what I took from it, is what they were kind of looking for. And that's not what Jasmine is. So, regardless of how well it went or not, she wouldn't have been a good fit there, especially not long term. So it's a good thing nothing else really panned out for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, like in this time of us being here and me not, being a career woman for the time, it kind of shook me as far as like my identity. Like
Because you've always worked, you've always hustled.
I was either, like once I graduated high school, I was either in school or I was working and in school, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, what am I doing? And like, I know I said like I want to be a stay-at-home mom, I want to be a homemaker and all of that, but I do recognize that this is not the time. Like, I know that at this time that I need to be working like hard, like working all the time if possible. But like just realizing that that's not my identity as a person. I am a women's health nurse practitioner. I have accomplished all these things in my career and education. But that's not who I am, like, you know what I mean? I'm Jasmine, I am a daughter, I'm, a wife, I'm a friend, like, I'm all of these things. I'm a child of God, like, not just a nurse, not just a nurse. So in understanding that, I think that is what helped a lot with the finally getting adjusted. So in that same token, like, while I'm here at the house, I'm just gonna be practicing my homemaking skills, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all, I've been, cooking I probably need to like do a little bit more of. But yeah, so what I have been doing is I picked up the crochet hook. So I have I've made cozies for
They're koozies.
Cozies.
The crochet word for them is cozies for some reason.
I don't know. That's what it says. Cozy on the pattern.
They're koozies.
Okay, now. So I made cozies for like cups, like don't burn your hand on a Starbucks cup type thing. I've made a cozy for a can, canned drinks.
You keep calling it cozy.
Because that's what it says. I made scrubbies for the face, like, instead of using disposable like face pad, I made that. And then I made coasters. What else did I make? Washcloths is a big thing.
That was the first thing she made.
I did. It was a washcloth. Yeah, I remember that. That one washcloth. Apparently I made a washcloth in January. Mind you, I told you I felt like pure garbage in the month of January. Apparently I made a washcloth look like total garbage. I swore up and down I did not make that thing.
It was like a slanted triangle.
It was very poorly done.
She doesn't even remember it. That's how
I don't remember it. But yeah, so just doing a lot of that. That was February.
And I mean, pretty much for me, it's just been a lot of the same. I mean, it's just been, you know, Monday through Friday. I don't know, 6 to 6. I mean, basically it's 12-hour days of just working and grinding and trying to get really just more settled into my job. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty settled in now. I mean, I've been doing it for, you know, 3 months. And it's getting easier every day, but it's also getting more challenging, if that makes any sense at all. Just because, you know, more new things pop up. But, you know, my job's going really well. It just, I don't know, it's a job. I don't know what else I can say about it without going into too much detail about certain things. But, you know, yeah, it's going really well for me.
Yeah, I mean, you drive like to work, like it takes
Oh,
you an
yeah.
hour.
Yeah, it takes me an hour. On a good day, it takes me an hour to get there. On a bad day, it takes me about an hour and a half to get there. Home is usually about an hour and 10 minutes to get home. And then on a bad day, it's about an hour and a half to get home. But there's not that many bad days on getting home. The bad days are usually just trying to get to work. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's one road, so it doesn't, I don't know, for some reason it doesn't feel that long, like that long of a drive, so.
Okay, yeah, but it's long. He's gone a long time, but it's worth it. You enjoy what you do, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy very much what I do. It's the first time I've had a job that had, you know, manager in the title, which is, you know, it's a pretty big step up, going from your first, you know, I guess, I don't want to say follower job, but, you know, being in a position that's more of a follower and then going to a leadership position. It's just a big jump. It's just a big difference. So, yeah, I love it though.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's not just been a lot of, you know, what we told you about. I mean, we had some fun too.
Heck yeah, we had some fun.
That's it, there's the proof. I gotta go back this
Yeah, so I bet you were kind of wondering how we were able to afford such a move, because Colorado is double the cost of Atlanta almost. I mean, it's not double the cost, but it feels like it when you really look at those numbers.
Of like apartments and houses.
Yeah, just apartments and houses and all that other stuff. And I bet you're wondering about any debt-free progress that we've made. Well, we plan on making a video next week about all that, and this is pretty much going to wrap up our Colorado video. Hopefully you, I don't know, got some enjoyment out of it.
Excuse me, I had to cough.
Why you call
The dust
the dust? What dust?
of the Great Plains.
The Great Plains. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, see you next week. Bye.
Bye.